Welcome to Faith in 5, a weekly video devotional designed to discuss practical spiritual concepts in 5 minutes or less.
I'm Eric Scrotenbohr, and this is Faith in 5. I'm so excited to be your host today. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord alone. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Now these are words that God told Moses to teach the people. And God says, I want you to talk about them all the time. When you get up in the morning, when you go to bed at night, when you come, when you go, I want them to be on your hearts. And I want you to teach them to your children. So Meredith, my wife, and I wrote a book called Hear, O Little One, in the morning, and then you can flip it over. It's Hear, O Little One in the evening. You can read it in the other way in the evening. But I want to read to you the first page of this book. Hear, O little one, how much God loves you. Because of God's love, we can love too. Now I'm going to stop there because it's so important that we grasp the first word of this passage. Because when we understand what God is truly calling us to do and who God is truly calling us to be, it's pretty amazing. Now the first word is hear. In Hebrew, it's Shema. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord is our God, the Lord alone. Now in the Hebrew language, there are a lot less words than in the English language. And so when we look at Hebrew words have a lot of different meanings to them. Shema can be translated as hear, but Shema can also be to obey. So the idea is that when you hear something, what you hear will make its way down into your heart and then out of your feet as you live it out into the world. There's an action part of hearing. So hear, O Israel. Love the Lord your God with all of your heart, with all of your soul. Now, you know what I'm talking about if you're a parent. We have a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old, and every night, or at least we try every night, to have bath time with the kids. And usually they're busy before bath time. They're usually coloring, or they're reading, or they're playing Legos or playing with dinosaurs. And we'll come in the room and we'll say, okay guys, it is time for the bath. And then nothing happens. I don't know if that's how it goes at your house, but we'll try it again. Maybe speak a little louder so that we know they can hear us. It's time for the bath. Nothing happens. And a lot of times we have to start the countdown. I don't know if you do this at your house either, but say, okay, it's time for the bath. You have till we get to the count of 5. And once we start counting 1, 2, 3, usually they get up and they run to the bath. They don't have a listening problem because we were in the room with them, right? We knew and we know that they can hear us, but what they have is they have a shemaing problem because what they're hearing isn't producing action. And this was the challenge of God to the people. Now Jesus will tell us a story. It's a story we find in Matthew. It's a story about a farmer and a farm. And Jesus says this: a sower went out to sow. And as he sowed, some seeds fell along the path, and the birds came and devoured them. Other seeds fell on rocky ground where they did not have much soil, and immediately they sprang up, since they had no depth of soil. But when the sun rose, they were scorched, and since they had no root, they withered away. Other seeds fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked them. Other seeds fell on good soil and produced grain. Some 100-fold, some 60, some 30. And then Jesus says this: he who has ears, let him hear. He who has ears, let him Shema. Jesus would go on to tell the disciples what he meant by this parable. He would say, the seed is my words, and the soil is you. And the seeds will interact with you in a certain way. Maybe you'll be the path where the seeds bounce off the path, or maybe you'll be the rocky soil where the seeds quickly sprout up, but then they're scorched. Maybe you'll be the good soil, where when the seeds fall, they produce something beautiful in the world. But Jesus was saying, what kind of listener will you be? Will you be the kind of listener that just hears my words and does nothing? Or will you be the kind of listener that hears my words and lets my words work inside and then produce amazing fruit in this world? That's who I am calling you to be in this world. I am calling you to Shema, to hear my words and to live them out into the world. Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema, hear, O Israel. Love the Lord your God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your might. And show the world what that looks like when you put that into practice.
Thanks for watching Faith in 5. If you like what you see, please like and share. If you're interested in making a donation to our ministry, please click the link below.